What's up, y'all? Trying to make sure everything good because this is my third time trying to do this video. We're gonna get it together. There she go. Asante, can you hear me? Are you in the live before I get started? I gotta make sure y'all can hear me and that y'all can hear the video. So until I get somebody to say everything good, I ain't starting. Yeah. I ate some salmon and some sweet potatoes for dinner. I'm so full. So this video is going to be about this Michigan mom of three who tried to unalive her and her three daughters. Let me see where she at. Hey Muntrice, can you hear me good? This is so annoying. Cute, but annoying. Muntrice, can you hear me good? Yes. I'm going to play a video. Let me know if you can hear the video good.
January 25th, a passerby actually called 911 to say that they observed a house that was on fire.
Can you guys hear that video? We've been having technical difficulties over here. And I'm just going to make sure everything is good before I start running off at the mouth. I'm going to play it again.
Um, you know, child victim cases are the hardest sort of incident for police, fire, EMS to respond to. In this case, we have three children that.
Can you guys hear the audio of the video? Yes, we can hear the video. Thank you, Coca. Shout out to Asante. Okay, go subscribe to her channel. She has great content, great music. I wish a bitch would. Coming soon to a street near you. All right, guys. This is my third time trying to do this live. This is my third time trying to do this live. So either they don't want me to get this message out, or Quinn is not an option. So fuck it, we're here. So over the weekend, Saturday, this mom of Michigan decided at 7:22 in the morning, like, hey, I'm going to take all the fire alarms out the house and I'm going to put them in a trash bag and I'm going to set the house with lighter fluid and burn the house down with me and the kids in there. Don't know why she would do that, but that's what she decided. Check on your strong friends. Check on your friends with kids. Shout out to my baby daddy. Thank God for good baby daddies. You know, just check on y'all friends with kids. It's hard being a single mom. It's hard being a mom. It's hard being a mom with a husband. It's hard being a stepmom. It's just hard being a mom, period. So shout out to all the great moms out there who are trying to have a better life for their kids. Even if the kids don't appreciate you, I appreciate you because we all know the sacrifices as a mom that we make. But I wanted to know what was going through this mom's mind because y'all, she did this at 7:22 a.m. on a Saturday. So what happened that Friday night before? You know, like did she bake cookies? Did they bake a cake? Did they have a sleepover? You know, did she tell them she loved them? Did they pray? Like what happened? Did she cook dinner? Did they fry chicken? Did they have hot wings? You know, Let's get
that
to
were
it.
injured in this fire. Um, to put it lightly, and that's saying something, this is a shockingly cruel, unimaginable crime committed by a mom against her 3 kids. This is a mom that meticulously took all 7 of her smoke detectors and put them in a bag and removed them from the house.
So premeditated. She took all 7 metal detectors. She didn't want nothing to stop this from happening. A fire is like a bad way to go. I can lift my hand right now with my lighter, the stove, the flat irons, whatever, and my hand is going to be throbbing for like a week straight. And it's going to bother me. These are girls. I think her daughter's 12. One of the daughters who survived is 12. You just scarred her for life. You know how much mental like therapy this child is going to need, all of the children, because for one, looks do matter in this world we're in. Prom pictures, husband, kids are cruel, social media. I mean, she'll have a story to tell, but damn, knowing that your mom is the reason you look like this. It's just a sad world we're living in, y'all. And y'all just gotta, whenever you get that voice, because we all get those thoughts. Because I've had thoughts. Like, I've been driving one time with my kids in the car, and I've just, like, had a thought to run off the side of the road. And I know that's not my thought. And I'll get out of there quick. I'm like, damn, who thought is this? It's just the enemy playing with y'all mind. We all have those thoughts. I mean, I'm gonna be honest and transparent. They do come across my mind, but I don't react on the thoughts. I just be like, okay, yeah, let me get out of there, and I pray over the thought, and I get out of there. Devil, get off my shoulder. Devil, get out of here.
Before she poured lighter fluid all over the house and lit it.
Lighter fluid. She really was trying to get that fire going. And even if I was to do something to my kids, I wouldn't do it like that. I'm not gonna put it out there like that. Maybe melatonin, a little sleep or something. But like a fire is like, whoa, that's like, whew, that's harsh. And then like, what if you snapped out of it? Like, y'all remember the mom who put her daughter in the oven, her son in the oven? Imagine hearing him screaming for his life and you still didn't blank out of it. Like, how possessed were you to just let this happen? Like, you didn't even snap out of it. Like, oh shit, let me try to put this out or nothing. Y'all see her on the thumbnail. She looks kind of. She needs help.
On fire in an attempt to kill her 3 children. I want to thank the Michigan State Police for their collaboration on this. I want to thank the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, who have been very helpful, especially the great.
Yes, Coca said, right, some people are pure evil. Nah, facts. That's really evil. And I don't know what's up with the enemy going against mom and their kids. Like right now, big warfare on mom and kids, mom and daughters, mom and daughters, mom and daughters. Because like with me and my daughter, like my daughter's 7, and I feel like I have a teenager. Like I really have to like get myself together when it comes to her because like she be coming at me, y'all, on some crazy stuff, and I be like, girl, like who told you to say that? Like, and she be hurting my feelings, This girl be making me cry and everything, and I have to realize, like I want a better relationship for us, so I don't even try to feed working through her just to try to throw me off my path. Y'all, today has been one of those days. Like the distractions are in the air. Like I don't know what's going on with everybody and their mama trying to come for my neck, but baby, it's not that.
Grand Rapids Fire Department. I also want to thank Helen DeVos Children's Hospital, who right now is doing everything they can to save the life of a beautiful, innocent, completely innocent 12-year-old girl who is in extremely critical condition. And they've been working nonstop to happen. And if there's any bright part of this, it is knowing that we live in a city where we've got wonderful people like the people right now who are doing everything they can at Helen DeVos. And I feel very thankful for my family and my kids. And I want to say the same thing about our fire department. We sometimes have a friendly rivalry.
He finna tear up. He can't even talk straight because it's just sad. Like kids didn't ask to be here. No, I don't want to outlive my children. My daughter always be like, "Oh, I'll die for you." I'm like, "Girl, get out of there. Like you ain't gotta worry about that. Like no question thought. Like you need a lung, a heart, a kidney, whatever. I got you. No thought. But nobody wants to outlive their kids. Like I remember when my dad died, my grandma was like, it's hard to outlive your own children because you brought them in the world. So why be selfish? If you wanted to take yourself out, cool. Maybe you're thinking about who's gonna raise them, foster care, but you don't care because you want to take yourself out. So go to hell by yourself. Because if you kill yourself, you're automatically going to hell. I don't know what y'all believe in, but you can't take a life and think that, oh, okay, you're gonna get away with this. You have to have some type of consequence. But I'm just tired of all these selfish parents. Like, if you're gonna do it, just do you. If you're gonna execute yourself, delete yourself, take yourself out. Don't take the kids with you. Like, don't be selfish.
And I feel like I don't take enough opportunities to compliment them and how fortunate I feel to live and have my family and my officers working in a city with a group of men and women. The Grand Rapids Fire Department are true heroes. And so what I want to do today is...
I'm going to fast forward, guys, so y'all can see the video because it's pretty long.
Are there any kids still in the house?
My daughter was in there, yes.
Is she still in there? Where is she?
It was like, my daughter's in there. Like, a real mom would have been in the house. No questions asked. Like, you're just calm. Like, let me show y'all this. Like, look how calm she is when he's like asking her in the house, who's in this?
Are there any kids still in the house?
My daughter was in there, yes.
Is she still in there? Where is she? Second floor, what corner? Where's her bedroom? Which corner?
Look how calm she's talking. Like, he's asking you, like, which one's your daughter's bedroom, which corner, and she's just like, she's picking up a DoorDash order. Oh, it's the bedroom. Like it's like no type of like human like reaction in her body. Like, it's really just giving like demon.
Shane, there might be still one kid inside on the second floor.
Alright, you want eastern closed in both directions? Confirm, that's from fire. Will do. 18, 16, 19, 12, where do you want to bust that?
Is that me or
Kid who might still be inside is Nick. Upstairs.
You don't hear her screaming, you don't hear her crying, you don't hear her doing like no type of actions. Always speak louder. Like her actions is definitely saying guilty, and I hope they really make an example out of her. I'm sorry, like kids are innocent. Y'all might think I'm nice, but when it comes to kids, I don't play that shit. I kill by mine. So like no questions asked, no thought, due time, none of that. Cause kids are innocent. Like they didn't ask to be here. You know, like that's a harsh way of taking your kids out. Like you could have just melatonin them out or something. You know, like I don't know. Like I don't think like that. I would have rather you just drop them off at DH. I don't even recommend that. I don't know, cause I wouldn't do no lame shit like that. That's just lame. Like I don't even got thoughts like that. I'm like, where the daddy at? Like you couldn't drop them off at the dad house, like, cause kids do be stressing you out, but not to the point where I want to set them on fire.
Just run for the mirror. Do you have an ambulance on standby?
It's gonna be wet and cold.
Is there a police unit who's blocking southbound Eastern? In that case, 1818, can you block southbound Eastern Ave? Let's say Washington.
Make sure y'all double tap the screen to share live. Just said them poor kids. Poor kids. And they said one of the daughters, she's 12 and she's in like really critical condition. But once she survives, she's gonna be so fucked. She's gonna need so much counseling. She's never gonna think she's beautiful. She still gotta go 6 years in high school dealing with these mean ass kids. Like you just took so much away from her. Finding love, happiness, and which I'm not saying that she can't. I'm not saying that she can't, but in this superficial world that we live in, where people are so cruel and judgmental, if you have any little thing they consider a flaw or error, it's just like it's just really sad, and it just shows how like mom and daughters they be like moms be jealous of their daughters because this is like a perfect example of like you really just set them up for failure. You gave them no chance at all.
Is medical here?
I don't think so.
We're talking about where on Eastern Cafe Mart for everyone to fix.
Y'all see him pumping on her chest. And where the mama at? Nowhere in sight. Like this lady is crazy, and then she gotta be possessed because humans we have emotions. Even if I was to do something like that, I would feel bad. I would snap out of it because my conscience would be like, "Oh crap! Like, what am I doing?" They're pumping on your kid's chest, and you're not even in the. You're nowhere to be found. I still haven't heard her crying or grieving or anything. Because if it would have been me and my kids, like I wouldn't even have been out the house. Like, you think I'm gonna be out the house and they still in the house? Nah, be for real. Die about my kids. Wouldn't even think three thoughts about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it wouldn't even have went down like that because it would have been kids survived, mom died in a fire off the rip. None of that would have been.
I'd like to point out that even as those firefighters were carrying her down the ladder, you could still see the flames coming from the first floor. And even when the firefighters were walking in the second floor in the back, you could see not only the first floor fully engulfed, but the smoke so thick that I'm sure you could see more than an inch in front of your face. So again, this is just an unimaginably horrific.
I do think some moms do be jealous of their daughters and don't like them for real. Just saying, nah, facts. Like I don't even talk to my own, so like, I know how it is with the moms. Like it's just something about that mom and daughter that the enemy just try to attack. But somebody got to break the generational curse. That's why, like when it comes to my daughter, I try not to take it there with her because like I said, she's 7. I feel like she's a teenager. Like y'all, she is something else. But I know that the enemy do be using your kids to attack you too. Them kids, boy, they something else.
case. It was difficult to watch, even though I've seen this video before. I don't know if you believe in the power of prayer. I do. I'm praying for this little girl at Helen Voss Children's Hospital. Big thanks to the heroes in our fire department. I'm going to turn it over to Prosecutor Becker and then to the Fire Chief Brown.
Yeah, my job's relatively simple here. We have filed the charges against the mother, Raconda Singleton. We have charged her with 1 count of arson in the first degree. That is a felony with a maximum penalty of life in prison and a $20,000 fine.
And she should definitely get life. Like, I don't feel like she needs life. She needs therapy and she needs life because she's gonna be scarred for life. Like, just knowing that your mom did this to you, like, it's gonna just mess with her mentally because like she gonna be like, damn, like my mama did this to me, like not a stranger, like her mom, like you know what I'm saying? She's 12 years old, like she's probably never even had sex before, like just like never even like experienced life, like never dealt with men, never dated, never like did anything, and this is gonna affect her for the rest of her life.
We've also charged her with 3 counts of child abuse in the second degree. Child abuse in the second degree is also a felony, punishable by a maximum of 10 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. She is presumed innocent of these charges until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. At this time, I don't have any information on when she will be arraigned at the court, but essentially what first-degree arson is there is an intentional setting of a fire at a dwelling that caused an injury. And so the child abuse charges kind of go along with that. It's like knowingly and intentionally committing an act likely to cause physical or mental harm, and don't even have to actually prove there was mental harm, just an act that is likely to cause physical or mental harm. And so the instance of setting a home on fire with the children in it is the basis for the child abuse second charges. We'll see this case go through the criminal justice process. She should be arraigned and we'll see a PCC within a week. So I would anticipate it would happen relatively quickly. So I'll turn over to the fire chief and let him talk.
One of y'all, like, you can just hear in their voice because, like, when it just come to children, I feel like everybody come together for kids. Like, I don't care what race, black, white, Asian, Italian, Mexican, whatever. When it comes to kids, everybody just has like some type of like where we all come together. Like, it's just something about kids that bring people together. And the fact that like when you hear them talking, like in their voice, like they're just like wow, like a mom did this. You know, like moms really love me, you know, calm, nurturing, like feminine. You did this to your own daughters.
Well, it's been a rough week for our city, difficult week for both the police and fire departments. It's hard to describe what our people see when they pull up to a scene. Normally we're battling flames, not other things that stand in our way. I can tell you this fire progressed very rapidly from what we would normally see on the first floor, and even all the black smoke billowing out on the second floor is unburned fuel. So our members place themselves directly in harm's way to save a life. That's what we take an oath to do, and that's what we did. Unfortunately, the 12...
Yeah, shout out to the firemen. Shout out to the firemen because that's a brave job. They don't make a lot, you know, what, 50,000 a year, and they're risking lives, you know? They really went in there and did that. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Michigan Grand Rapids Fire Department.
12-year-old sustained some smoke inhalation, some critical injuries. They're in grave condition at this point. Couldn't be prouder of the men and women of the Grand Rapids Fire Department, and like to thank our brothers and sisters in blue. All week we've had to work hand in hand on multiple incidents. Again, we were able to assemble a huge effective firefighting force within minutes in the core of the city. Ultimately, we had 13 units on scene comprised of 42 personnel. That's the vast majority of rigs in the city of Grand Rapids at one point or another made their way through this fire. And as you can see, we had multiple things going at the same time. We had 4 separate teams searching, 2 different crews doing fire attack, ventilation, water supply, and medical out in the front yard for any victims that we found. So hats off to the...
Yeah, that's impressive because, y'all, 7:22 a.m. on a Saturday. most people sleep. Just waking up, working out, watching cartoons, eating cereal and breakfast. And, they're off. Most people are off on Saturday mornings. You just want to hang out with your family. And you decide at 7:22 a.m. on a Saturday, it looked like it was still dark outside, like the sun hasn't even risen yet. You want to set off something.
The highly trained men and women of the Grand Rapids Fire Department, and thoughts and prayers to all those impacted. Back over to you, Chief.
Obviously, the criminal investigation is coming to a conclusion, but we haven't quite yet started that process, so there's only so much I can talk about as far as that goes. But if you have any questions that I can't answer or that I can pass off, I'm one of these two gentlemen, happy to entertain them at this time.
Winston, our ground chief, was that the 12-year-old girl that they were administering CPR to?
That is correct.
Okay,
Yep.
just want to make sure.
Yeah.
And you said she sustained inhalation, smoke inhalation. Obviously, she was unconscious, cardiac, something going on there.
Yes.
What else were those extent of those grave injuries? What can you explain?
At this point, it's burn injuries, has some inhalation injuries as well. And anytime you're in that type of environment, it's life or death. And so we were able to achieve ROSC, return of spontaneous circulation, en route to the hospital. And as Chief Winstrom said, Helen DeVos has done an amazing job doing everything they can to give this little girl the best chance that she could have.
Is she still in ICU?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
potentially we could have a different type of charge coming down if she succumbs to her injuries.
Sure, I mean, based on all the facts, if anything else happens, we'll take a look at that. But yeah, definitely could be additional charges should things take a turn for the worse.
Were the kids, I think this is for you, Chief Windsor, were
Sure.
the kids intentionally locked inside? Neighbors I spoke with said that they could hear them yelling in the house.
Right, that's
"Mommy,
a
mommy,"
preliminary investigation points to that she was attempting to keep them inside, yes.
with furniture blocking or with doors.
So she blocked the doors, guys. They said that she locked them inside where they could not escape. Like she wanted them to be unalive. The neighbor said they could hear them screaming, but they couldn't get out. That's so silly. People are really evil. And I'm always were there signs? It's always warning before destruction. Were there any signs?
Doors locked or
I don't have all that information, so I don't know yet.
Does she have a history with GRPD?
She does have a history with GRPD. I don't believe she has an extensive criminal history, but she was familiar to some of the officers on scene.
what about a mental health file that you're aware of?
That I'm aware of, I believe that could come into place, but I haven't seen it myself.
But she does have one?
I have not seen it, and I can't confirm that. Yeah.
Is there any motive as to why she did this?
I cannot fathom any motive at all. I know Megan just was asking questions about mental health. That's the first thing I go to, that there's mental health issues. I think that's something that will probably play out throughout the criminal justice process, but there's nothing. I mean, this is a mom who tried to murder her 3 beautiful little daughters. I have no idea.
And then emphasis on beautiful. Even in the title, this is a mom who tried to murder her 3 beautiful daughters in a weekend arson. So were you jealous of their beauty? Because they're not gonna have a chance anymore. Cause y'all know how them fire burns do, y'all. It's sad. It's just sad. It's really sad. I literally have burn marks on me from right here when I was smoking hookah and I burned up and it's still here. And so imagine your whole body and it melts quick. It was so quick.
And any idea how she started the fire? It looked like if that was her in the beginning of the video,
It was
looked like
her.
She wasn't injured at all. How did
Yeah,
she
she
get
was. I believe we took her just to get checked out, and she used lighter fluid. She poured lighter fluid all over upstairs, all over downstairs. I think she covered the couch in lighter fluid, and that's a pretty effective way to start a fire.
Where was the
Just-
bag? Where was
The
the bag of
Smoke detectors.
bag of smoke detectors, I believe, was in the backyard. In fact, while watching the body-worn camera video of some of the cameras, you could see officers walking by. You can hear the beeping.
What's the injuries of the younger 2 children?
Younger 2 children have are not sustaining life-threatening injuries. I believe they both had smoke inhalation. They were both transported to the hospital at this time, but I do know, reviewing the body-worn camera, that our officers and firefighters were having conversations with them at the scene. So I think their prospect for recovery is very good.
Has a victim support services been involved with the children, or able to tell us just kind of what that's looked like?
Yeah, well, number one, so CPS is involved because the mother, they were living with the mother. Obviously, she's in county jail, and she tried to kill them, so that's no longer.
Where's the dad? That's what I want to know. Where's the dad? Poor 12-year-old. She probably was the oldest. That's so sad.
That's no longer the circumstances. So CPS is involved. Their father is very much engaged in their life. Their father came out that night to the hospital. But also CPS is involved, and they have that process. We have victim support services here at the Grand Rapids Police Department. As well, the ATF has been on this journey with us throughout the investigation. They've also activated their victim support services, which they do for fire victims as well. So not only that, but we've already heard here at the police department from some of our local community activists and their efforts to sort of.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the whole video because I don't want to get copyrighted. But just do y'all own research. If y'all just joining the live, we were just talking about this mom in Michigan who over the weekend intentionally set her house on fire with her daughters inside. And one of her daughters has she's in critical condition in ICU right now. The other two, they're fine. The mom's fine, but one of the daughters is not looking too good. So just keep them in y'all prayers. We all got kids out here, nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters, somebody that we care about. And just get y'all mental health in order. A lot of people go through stuff that they don't talk about. A lot of people battling stuff. And it just got to be a better way. If y'all getting those thoughts, the enemy on y'all shoulder, the devil on y'all back, y'all got to fight it. Pray harder. Pray harder. If you having thoughts you want to harm yourself or your kids, drop them kids off. Call grandma, somebody. Hey, can you get the kids for the weekend, a couple hours? Do what you got to do. It got to be a better way. But this your girl Polka. I don't want to get copyrighted on this video. I don't even know if I said my disclaimer. I'm going to say it again. Let me pull it up real quick. This is for fair use, okay? This is not my content. I'm just reacting to it, putting my opinion on it. Don't copyright my video, okay? Fair use. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off this live stream. I will see y'all in my next video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, okay? All right, guys. Bye.